Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my ration review. Please subscribe to the channel, please go and support me on patreon.com. Today we are going to be doing a civilian ration, the SERAC 24-hour ration, pack number 2. This is quite a flimsy plastic. The menu was packed October 2018 and expires October 2019. You can see it's quite a flimsy pack, and it is just sealed with a ziplock. If you want to yourself and you have a heat sealer, you can seal this pack up top, and it has got 10 notches. We've got barbecued rice, 150 grams. This is the ingredients list, and it is for all the 150 gram meals, and it's also on my Facebook and on Twitter. This is the beef pasta veg, and it's also got its own little ingredients list for all the 300 gram meals, and it is also on my Facebook page and on Twitter. And this is 200 grams of Mexican chicken, and the ingredients list is as well on Facebook and on Twitter. We've got 2 isotonic drinks, each makes half a liter. This is pineapple, this one I don't know. We've got some banana maize porridge. We've got an apricot energy bar. We've got some sugar. We've got around 8 Super C's. We've got a tea bag. We've got 50 grams of biscuits. We've got nut butter. This stuff is so, I don't know, it's very runny. We've got some jam, mixed fruit. We've got some fruit chutney and some coffee creamer. We've got knife, fork and spoon set with serviettes, salt and pepper. We've got some aluminium food trays, some plastic bags, a box of matches, some fuel tablets, and lastly we've got some very weak ration coffee. So that is all you get in the SERAC 24-hour menu, or pack 2. Welcome at breakfast. We are not going to use the tray, the fuel tablets, or the matches. As I said, these are normal matches, they are not weatherproof or anything, but you do get quite a lot of them. So for breakfast we are having this knife, fork and spoon and serviette, salt and pepper. Should last you for the whole day. You only get 1 package. We're going to do some banana maize porridge. This stuff is notoriously clumpy. You sort of mix it a little bit at a time and a little bit at a time, and then it still makes clumps. We're going to do an apricot energy bar. We're going to do some nut butter, some biscuits and jam. This is going to be quite a large breakfast. We're not going to use the creamer and sugar. We're going to do the coffee. These coffees are so weak that you have to use 2 coffees. And we're going to use the pineapple. This drink makes half a liter. This stuff smells like artificial pineapple. You can see the powder is just a white powder. The banana maize porridge is also a whitish powder. It's got the artificial banana smell. There is some nutritional information and stuff at the back, but it's a bit difficult to read. As I said, this stuff is notoriously clumpy, even if you mix it a little bit at a time in water. You can use cold water for this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use hot. I don't like cold porridge. This is just very weak coffee. It's quite fine granules. Okay, mixed fruit. We're going to do a mixed fruit jam. All the jams that I had in SA ration so far is mixed fruit. You see it's a pinkish color. It's somewhat gelatinous. This is very sweet. A bit tart, but mostly sweet. You can taste the little granulars of some seeds maybe. The biscuits are quite thick. They are oatsy, they are sweet. They are more a cookie almost than a biscuit. The jam on the biscuits make it very, very sweet. It's almost more a little dessert. It's very sweet. You do get that oatsy sweetness as well. This nut butter for some reason is extraordinarily fluid or oily. It's extraordinarily sweet. It's got a nutty flavor. Just the nut butter, because it's so oily, it isn't as dry as the peanut butter. You do still get the nutty taste with the biscuit, but it's a bit dry. Not as much as peanut butter is. Get that nutty, very sweet taste with the biscuit. It's quite sweet. The nut butter and jam on a bread, it just gave a nutty, jammy taste. Or the biscuit tastes a lot like peanut butter on toast. Of course, the biscuit is so crispy, but you get that nutty, oaty taste, salty sweetness from the biscuits. It's quite sweet since the nut butter is very, very sweet. Let's check out the pineapple isotonic drink. It smells and tastes like pineapple. It's got a quite soury taste. Although it's got a soury taste, it's still very sweet. This just tastes like Kool-Aid. Very artificial. Let's check out the porridge. You can see it's still very, very lumpy, even though you mixed a bit of water in at the time. It's got a very slight artificial banana flavor. It smells, or it looks more banana-y than it actually tastes. But you taste the maize porridge more. This is why I eat this hot, because it tastes just like maize porridge. Just a slight banana flavor. Artificial banana flavor. There's still a lot of lumps in there. Or a little bit actually. There's still lumps in there, even though I've tried to mix it not to get any lumps. This is really not very... I don't know, this maize porridge isn't really very good for me. I don't really like that. The vanilla one is the best one of the three. Let's try coffee. South African ration coffees are very mild and a slight nutty flavor. If you don't like coffee, this is the perfect coffee to have in a ration, because it is just not very coffee-ish. If you are a fan of coffee, then you will just have to suffer through this. Another way you can eat the little biscuit is just doing this. The coffee is so weak, you almost lose the coffee taste when you dip the biscuit in. You just get a slight warmness of the biscuit. So you can dip your biscuit in the coffee, it will soften the biscuit a bit. Not that it is it's more like, these biscuits are more like cookies than like crackers. This is the apricot energy bar. It's got the energy bar grittiness. There's some white chocolate around it. It's very sweet, it tastes apricotty. It's a nice way to end the meal. So this was breakfast. The porridge was disappointing as always. The coffee is slightly disappointing. The biscuits are nice, but they get boring after a while, because it's the only biscuits and jam that the SERAC rations have. And the apricot bar is nice and sweet and apricotty. I like the energy bars more. You get some of these rations, you get maize bars in. I like the energy bars much more, since they don't have that gritty maize taste. The pineapple was just pineapple cool drink. So that was the end of my the first part of the review. The second part will be lunch and dinner. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.